synergy. So, my first question, and again, we're going to be team-based throughout today. My first question for anyone is, when we think of the word synergy, what does that mean to us? What does that mean to us? Synergy. Someone in team one can answer that question. Think of the word synergy. What does that mean to us?
Coming together.
Lovely. Good answer. Someone in team three, what is your understanding of the word synergy?
A combination of energy, synchronized. Yeah.
Team six, what is your understanding of the word synergy?
Where we both come to appreciate, or the team comes to appreciate that common vision.
Go ahead. What's your first name again?
One.
Juan. All right, Juan was going to be a good teammate today. Absolutely. Absolutely. So whatever happens on the way to that common vision, we have to prepare ourselves. Whatever happens on the way is a hint. On the way to that common vision, we have to prepare ourselves. Okay? Everything should have a goal. Everything we do should have a goal. Really important. Page 6 in your workbooks. Double-sided, thank you. Some of the things that we're going to be talking about deeply today, as opposed to just emotional intelligence, cultural intelligence, communication skills, listening skills, perceptions, identifying behaviors, positive attitudes, and some solution-driven responses. How often have we heard or been with teammates, colleagues, and every time we try to come to a resolve, or every situation, that particular person just talks about the challenges. Oh my God, this is the problem, this is the problem, this is the problem. Okay, because I can find a problem too. What about the solution? Any ideas on how we're going to handle this problem? So, part of self-reflection today is knowing who you are. Meaning, am I the person that always can identify the problems? Or do I offer some solutions at times? So again, am I always the person that can identify the problem? Or do I offer some solutions at times? To me, that's extremely critical. It's like when you go to your supervisor, when you go to your spouse or anyone, and you say, here's a problem, you may know the problem, or if you don't know the problem, here's a problem, and I got some ideas. I got a solution, possible solutions. That's called optimal. That's important for us to understand. Okay? So, any questions or concerns or even thoughts on that? Here's a quick question. How many of us, and here, just by a raised hands, have experienced teammates who have just focused on the problem and not too much of the solution? I work with a lot of people who focus on just the problem. Raise your hand. Okay? Look. More than 80% of this group. Okay? More than 80% of this group. But here's the flip side of it. Team 4. Where's Team 4? Raise your hand, Team 4. Wonderful. Team 4. It's okay also to have some ideas or solutions. However, management must be what to the ideas and the solutions? Blank.
You're not
Team 4. Helping out. That's all right. These are all warm-ups. These are warm-ups. Okay. So, say it again. What do you mean by open? First name again is?
Gina.
Gina.
Just willing to receive, the input, the idea.
So, how can, as a manager, I be open? That sounds good. How can I be open?
Just firstly listening, hearing it out. That's the first part, just hearing it out. For the most part, allowing that idea to be expressed.
Excellent. Now, how important is body language today?
Very important.
Explain it to me.
Well, if an idea is being presented and arms are folded tight, or not much eye contact, it's not going to be received very well.
Go ahead,
The person's not going to really feel as if
Please understand that. And I use it on a management level, but employee to employee as well. Very, very important. Perception is important. Receiving that information is important. Because if I keep coming to you with some ideas or solutions, and I don't feel that you're accepting them or even listening to them, that in itself is going to be a problem. You stopping any positive or creative ideas or possible solutions. Well said. So when we talk about solution-driven, we're talking about solution-driven also helps create almost like a positive attitude. We're going to talk a lot about these ideas and things today, enhancing these ideas today. Oh my God, this is one of my favorite. What good eyesight here? First name, your name? Jonathan. Reminds me of my son. I like that face. Read that to me, Jonathan.
Not everyone thinks the way you think, knows the things you know, believes the things you believe, nor acts the way you would act. Remember this, and interacting with others will be less challenging.
What does that mean, Jonathan, to you? What does that mean to you, Jonathan?
You have to place yourself in the lens of other people. How, just kind of thinking how they may look at how you react to them or the question that you're saying.
I like that. First name is Jim. What does that mean to you?
Not everyone's the same.
I like that. I like that. And the blue.
Everybody's coming at things with a different perspective.
Mhm.
Sometimes getting that different perspective is really helpful because it helps kind of take you out of your own mindset a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Here's a question though. First where we're correct. Here's a question though. First name is? Peggy. Let's say, Peggy, you were charged with creating a team in your department. Creating a team in your department. What type of people would you hire? Like yourself, different from yourself, or different skill sets, different backgrounds, and tell me why. Peggy said, that's a good question, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I think all of the above, a little bit of everybody. I think it's good to have some people that are like me, and some people that are not like me. So there's more ideas generating to help the team.
Excellent. That's an easy question, right? Good job with that. Here's where I raise the bar on the question. Who's in green? Look at my pencil back there. What's your first name is?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Here's where I raise the bar on the question. But when you're looking to develop and build a team of your own, what are some of the things or skill sets or something that must be common? What is something that must be common?
Team players,
Like that. Give me one more.
organized people.
Give me one more because that's okay. I want a little team play is definitely in the top 5.
And creative.
I like creative too. I like creative as well. I'm missing one. Somebody jump in.
Buy into the idea or whatever the business is.
Communication.
Communication. Driven. Certain things jump in.
You have to have a common goal, and all want a common goal.
Absolutely. Certain things. Now, you guys, if you don't know, I'm going to tell you a little bit about something that's important to me. When I worked at Citibank as the vice president of recruiting in the Northeast, one of the things that I always look for, and it's kind of hard. One of the things that I always look for is that when we ask behavioral type questions, is the attitude of, okay, I'm seeking to understand. I'm seeking to learn, right? And I always ask, what have you learned? What are some of the things, and here's the biggest question, and people falter. If you had something to change about yourself, if you, a weakness about yourself, what would it be? You may say to yourself, that should be an easy question. I would probably tell you 7 out of 10 people that me or my team hired couldn't get that answer. But as soon as we ask, folks, tell me something strong. Give me your strength. They got a long list. I have to stop them. Thank you very much. So it's really, really important for us to be honest and understand that it's critical to be able to identify something that we want to continuously develop and continuously grow. That type of person is optimal. Even that type of person in a relationship is optimal. Imagine you're with a significant other for years, and they're always trying to grow, always trying to do something different for the relationship or themselves. That's really important. They're not what? Complacent. Please understand that. That's key. And we're talking about not just domestically in the U.S., abroad that's happening. I can honestly tell you, my eyes have opened tremendously during the traveling, because you say to yourself, and again, we're going to talk about culture in a second, you always wonder when you go to certain areas and certain places how certain nationalities just come here and do just so well. It's amazing when you go to these different countries. Their ethics, their work, their drive, what they're trying to digest, what soaks in. And they come here and they say, wow, I can do this. Tell me what more do I need to do? It's fantastic. We're losing that slowly in the U.S. We're losing that slowly in the U.S. Any questions or concerns about that? Have you heard that before from anyone?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One of the, I can give you ideas, and I can give you feedback for days. One of the institutions that I teach at is NYU. I cannot tell you there's not that many Americans in NYU that more. Okay? So again, we're losing some things. We need to get back to certain things. And if that's happening in academic institutions, what's happening now in the business world, in colleges and things of that nature? What's happening? Okay? So I just want to share that. It's so critical. We're going to talk a lot about this today. Key, not everyone thinks the way you think, knows the things you know, believes the things you believe, nor acts the way you would act. Remember this, and interacting with others will be less challenging. That is one of my favorites. Very, very important. Oh, I love this one. Slide 9. I think we're still on slide 9 because I have some extras. If I may tap you. What does that picture mean to you? I just tapped you. What does that mean to you?
Everyone has to do it.
I like that. Everyone has to do their part. Everyone has to do their part. That's good. That's good. I just tapped you. Don't mind. What does that mean to you? She's filtering. I like when you filter first. Go ahead.
I don't know, somebody in the group is just laid back and not be part of it.
I like that. Like that as well. I'm going to tap you. Don't mind. What does that mean to you? Absolutely. That's it. There's some people in a group that are not team players. However, how does that affect us? How does that affect us? That's the biggest question of today. I'm going to see how good you guys are. That's the biggest question of today. How does that affect us? Jump in. You're going to say something? First name is?
Ellie,
Ellie. Go ahead, Ellie.
it makes your job a little bit harder and puts a little more stress on you.
Go ahead. Makes your job harder. It's a little bit more stress on you. Give me some more. Jump in. You want?
It brings down the morale of the group.
Mm-hmm.
You see one person who's not pulling their weight, and after a while, you don't mind going after one, and after a while, you start to say, okay, what's going on?
Excellent. Excellent. Over here.
No, I have a problem with the term "my work."
Mm-hmm.
I find it very restrictive or negative in that people think it's for his job, and this is my work and that's your work. So in a team, I don't like the word "my work" because I think we have a shared goal, and it's everybody's work. And if you're done, I'll help you or whatever. The teamwork comes in, but my work seems, some people would say, "This is my job, I'm done."
Mm.
So I don't like that word "my work."
Excellent.
I always don't like that.
And I'm going to go there. And I'm going to go to, I didn't forget you to, I'm going to go there. Because again, you're ahead, but I'm going to bring it back for myself. First of all, to your point, Brenda. Annette. I'm going there. I'm going to go there. All right. It's really important for us to understand a number of things. It's about everyone doing their fair share. However, we're going to do an exercise. I want to give you an answer. Hold on one second. Let me hold that thought, because we can redo an exercise. What we're doing, by the way, is we are looking at the problem. I haven't had a solution yet, right? So what we're doing now is looking at the problem. I was getting ready to give an answer, but hold up. Give me 2 quick thoughts. Here, go ahead.
I think the team is only as strong as the weakest link.
What do you mean by that?
So if you have one person that's not pulling the weight, I think it brings down the strength of the team exponentially.
Okay. All right. Okay. Someone's going to say something over here? Someone else?